Pittsburgh coming back after going 0-3 on that road trip, and actually 3 games they could have won. Quickly, Green will knock a ball away with help from Sibbies. In the attack zone, the attempt to Tiger is broken up. Laurie Abrams almost gives it away. Now over on the left wing side, it's picked up by the Comets. Greg Mikowski up for Tasso Koutsoukas. I think Pittsburgh is going to feel a little bit of the pressure after all of the media attention this week, Bruno, but I think it's important that they get on the board early.
That's exactly right, especially against Manny Schwartz. He's an excellent goalkeeper. Even though his record is 7-9, he's one of the better ones in the league.
His goals against average is below 4, and that's good in the MISL, as Papaleo will roll it on the left side to Charlie Green. No score if you just joined us. 14:20 to go in the opening quarter. Ian Sibbies over the midfield line with Tiger and Green, Topolsky and O'Hara. Ball left for Topolsky, runs it into the attack zone. Adam in deep in the corner, off the glass. It's loose in the box. It comes out to Green. A big shot is deflected. I believe Tim Clark right away. That line only played 55 seconds, but I think especially on this set piece, and get these guys in there, get them right into the game.
Well, you want the skilled player.
Vosmeyer knocks it off the boards. Wanachal is broken up out to McKenzie. A drive deflected up by Mikowski. Upfield, Marr will keep it alive in the offensive zone to Hagen along the near boards. Hagen with an 8-game scoring streak on the line tonight. Out to Kevin Marr. Back into the neutral zone on the right side to Dave McKenzie. It's scoreless. 13:49 left in the opening quarter from the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. Right wing to Child. Back out near the midfield line. It's Dave McKenzie. To the left side for Kevin Marr. Back in his own end of the neutral zone, being pressured by Laurie Abrams. This unit still staying out for Kansas City. Papaleo now advancing as he has the ball. Out near his own red line, he'll cross it. Nobody putting any pressure on him yet. Now he'll lift one ahead into the attack zone off the boards. Child knocking it to Kevin Marr. Kevin holds on, dishes it out. Center point to McKenzie. His pass is picked up by Koutsoukas. Koutsoukas has one of the harder shots in this league if he lets it go. He sends a long pass off the left wing boards to Benny Tabak. Tabak out to the left point. Comets with Clark. Good reverse on the right side. Salguero, a drive blocked by Kevin Marr. It goes out of play. We go to a commercial. This game only 2 minutes old. There's no score, but John Kowalski basically giving each line 1 minute. So short shifts, Bruno, in the early going. We'll see if that pattern or trend continues as Salguero has it far wing. Spirit zone. He's been hot of late after a miserable start into the box now. Tabak from Twelman. It's blocked. Salguero's in there, and Green just blasts it out of there. Not quite going over 3 lines. It just bounced short of that. And Schwartz will kick it upfield.
A little bit of pressure by Kansas City, and Pittsburgh a little bit disorganized getting the ball out, but was cleared in time.
Salguero blocked by John O'Hara. Johnny kicks it off the boards. Comets will keep it alive. Tabak has it deflected. It'll go harmlessly into the box, and O'Hara picks it up. Left wing to Tiger. No score. 12-12 left opening quarter. Tiger upfield for Charlie Green. Green, who can fly, gives it off to Tiger. Back for John O'Hara. O'Hara at the red line. Now on the left side to Tiger. Pittsburgh working it in. Good back heel to O'Hara. Drive off the goalpost. Tiger heads it back. He wanted Green. Charlie will try to do the turnaround. Now has to settle to pass it out for O'Hara. 55, 60 feet from goal. Cuts it to Sibbies by the penalty arc area. Right wing boards to Charlie Green. Chipped way back for George Tiger near the left point. He settles it for Topolsky. That's about 10 to 12 passes from Pittsburgh, involving everybody here in the offense. Tiger still with it, making Kansas City chase the ball. Still scoreless. Sibbies plays it to Green quickly. Too easy of a flick for Topolsky, and Kansas City will get the ball. But I'll tell you, KC had to just watch. I think Pittsburgh wanted to catch him ball watching.
Exactly. Good ball possession on part of Pittsburgh, and Kansas City in a man-to-man defense.
Salguero now dumps it right boards. Shot off the boards, headed down, quick shot. Frederickson blocked by Tiger. Salguero almost had one. Sibbies now back over midfield on the run in a scoreless tie with 11 minutes straight up remaining in the first quarter to Topolsky. Adam fakes from 55. Right wing boards to Tiger. George marked by Frederickson in the box. It's deflected. Loose ball. Hagen cuts it out to the right point. Topolsky holding, drilling the shot. It's blocked by Kansas City's Clark. All the way back out to O'Hara, who settles it way back to Papaleo.
Pittsburgh getting a couple good shots early on in the game here, but Kansas City always putting pressure on, getting in way of the shots.
McKenzie now lifting it. Left wing boards for Child. In a scoreless tie off the boards, Vosmeyer. Nice back heel to the left point. Kevin Marr holding it. To McKenzie. near the center point area. Mack brings it to the left, tries to draw the attention, now whirls and hits Marr on the right. To Vosmeyer off the boards. Child may get there, he does. Bangs it back for Bobby, stops it on the right toe. Tries to cut in, he's slowed down, he's got a man open, and Marr waits now, try to send it for Child. Nice attempt by Vosmeyer, but it's broken up by the Comets. But a good idea. He had Marr open on the right, and I think he saw players shifting the other way and almost hit Paul Child. On the right wing side, Laurie Abrams sends it over to the far wing for Kutsukas, broken up. Kevin Marr on it, can't clear out. Kept alive by Ficus to Kutsukas. Tasso Kutsukas, don't let him shoot it on that right foot, folks. He just gets one off way wide. Great right-footed shot he has. Ball loose in the box. Tasso with his left, blocked by Papaleo, that's a good save. In the box, and Abrams' header goes wide. Kutsukas has one of the hardest shots in this league with his right foot, and I tell you, it could be game over if he ever turns on you and is open. Here's McKenzie on the left. Brings it over the midfield line. Mack for Paul Child with his back to goal out to Hagen. A shot, score! It deflected off Mikowski. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh. Hagen's point string climbs to 9.
That was a great setup play by Ray McKenzie. Initially just passing the ball down. Paul Child got behind the defense and then just played the ball to a supporting Hagen, who just one-timed it to the far corner of the net, low and hard, no chance for Manny Schwartz. Pittsburgh on top, 1-0.
But after a slow start, Dave Hagen has come back. The shot hit Mikowski on the inside of his right leg and went far post on Manny Schwartz. Big goal for the Spirit to see if they do something with it. They needed that to get this crowd back on their side, back supporting them. Tiger after broken up. Now Sibbies will give it back to Adam Topolsky. You know, we haven't had a foul. Now there's one call. Did I speak too soon or what? 8:59 to go. Opening quarter, Hagen's 15th of the year from Paul Child at 5:45. Mark Fredrickson into the corner for Abrams with a shot stopped by Papaleo. Joe up and rolling it right side to Adam Topolsky on the run back the other way. Adam with a jet on over midfield into the attack zone. He's dangerous there. 40 feet from goal, puts the brakes on, gives it out to Sibbies. Ian takes it in deeper off the boards, punched out by Manny Schwartz. Sibbies after it with Topolsky. Adam will get it, sends it back into the neutral zone for O'Hara. 1-0 Spirit lead on Hagen's 15th of the year from Child at 5:45. Topolsky holding. Back out to the midfield line to O'Hara. Left side to George Tiger. Tiger waits, now puts it back to O'Hara. Kansas City now coming on tight man-to-man, which we didn't see at the start of the game.
And Pittsburgh not panicking, as staying in a strict ball possession type offense.
O'Hara nicks it off the near wing boards. 4 Civvies back out neutral zone to O'Hara. John O'Hara, the team captain, holding it. Waiting, now tries to reverse his position on the left, cuts it back to his right foot.
Kansas City not putting any pressure on the Pittsburgh defenders as they come forward into midfield. Kansas City just simply staying in their own defensive zone, wanting not to create a numerical advantage for Pittsburgh.
Papaleo plays it up now to Tiger near the midfield line. Pittsburgh welcoming back Erhard Kapp into the lineup tonight after missing 6 games with an injury suffered against Chicago. As Sibbies plays the ball back upfield. Tied up by Tabak, gets free. Ian knocks it to the left wing to Tiger. Off the boards, kicked out by the Comets. Headed back by O'Hara to Sibbies. Ian holding it outside the box. Faking, shoots it off the boards. Loose ball in the box and nobody there to get it except for Tabak. O'Hara now blocks it back out the other way, but here come the Comets on the left wing. Lead ball for Salguero. Papaleo has to stay in there. Shot too high and wide of goal. Fredrickson now settling it for Benny Tabak. Over on the near wing side to Mikowski. Sliding tackle blocked by Sibbies. Green trying to bust away, broken up. Bad ball off the boards by Fredrickson, but there was a whistle for a foul. I wonder why everybody stopped on that one. 1 foul apiece for Pittsburgh and Kansas City.
The obstruction call against Kansas City. Pittsburgh's ball midfield.
It is a 1-0 Spirit lead if you're just joining us. I'm John Paul Della Camera along with Bruno Schwartz as Bob Vosmeyer sends it way upfield. Headed down by the Comets, picked back up by Kevin Marr in the fly. 40 feet from goal, a wicked shot, but it's broken up by Clark. Out to McKenzie, 50 feet from goal. Mack slides it right side boards. Bobby Vosmeyer on it, sending it into the box, but it's headed out. Kansas City coming back with it. Gino Schiraldi among the big names, along with Peter Baralich not playing tonight because of injuries for the Comets. On the left side, Charlie Ficus at the midfield line. A good, honest, hard-working player. Ficus acquired from Chicago before the season started. Big acquisition for the Comets.
And their leading scorer.
McCaskey around the boards. Papaleo juggled it for a second, but he's up with it. Joe throws it on the lob on the left wing side to Kevin Marr. Marr clearing it back to McKenzie. On the right wing, Bobby Vossmeyer over midfield. Vossmeyer to the attack zone. Toes it to Child, the give and go doesn't work, and it almost was flicked in by Salguero.
Well, it was a good defensive play by Salguero, going with Vossmeyer on the give and go, which is what you have to do tactically correct, and came up with the ball.
And that's something Salguero wasn't doing at the beginning of the year. He was too offensive-minded, so maybe he's fitting in with the system much better, too. Points are getting there. Here's Vossmeyer coming back the other way on the left side to Hagen. Hagen from Child, the only goal thus far. Hagen broken up by Mikowski. Kick back to Manny Schwartz. Manny coming out. Kicks it upfield for Katsoukas. You may recall the last time in here, Pittsburgh beat Kansas City 10-6. A very sloppy game. It was the same week, unfortunately, when Mickey Cave passed away. On the right side, Benny Tabak comes through. Takes a shot. It went wide right under the foot of Ficus. Tries to settle it by the penalty arc. Nice ball control, and he scores. Nice shot from Charlie Ficus, and he made it look very easy, Bruno.
Well, there was no pressure put on him. He came across the restraining arc, and there was no pressure put on him at all. He simply held onto the ball, waited for an opening, and saw it as Joe Papaleo was leaning a little bit to his left, and then just cut the ball to the short side, beat Joe Papaleo to his right.
His 17th of the season, scored by number 9, Charlie Ficus. The assist to number 15, Benny Tabak. Time of the goal, 10:06 of the first quarter. Ficus from Tabak. But it's still the Spirit 1, Kansas City 1.
It's tied up at 1. Charlie Ficus, 17th of the year from Benny Tabak at 10:06, and a shot taken from right at that penalty arc area. Papaleo upfield now on the left side for Green, broken up. Comets will get it. Tasso Katsoukas holding it, trying to send it upfield. Sibby's tackles it away for Tiger. For John O'Hara. Upfield, Sibby's cutting to the right side with Clark on him. Gets by Clark. Sibby's in a corner. Trying to work it free to a teammate. Now sends it out right point area to Polsky. To the left point for John O'Hara. For Sibby's give and go. O'Hara's shot goes into the crowd. Not playing like they did a year ago, even though they were 2-0, as I recall, at that stage. Here's Green, left wing. Off the boards, broken up. Katsoukas will get it, tackled away by Sibby's. He works hard at both ends of the field. Right side to Topolsky. Adam with a shot. Headed out of there by Steve Petcher. And if I'm not mistaken, this is Petcher's first shift of the opening quarter. I don't recall saying his name. Along the near wing boards. Kansas City battling for it, and now Petcher will get it. A well-known name in the MISL, made his name with St. Louis. Up the right wing, it's too far. It'll go all the way to Papaleo. 3:10 to go. Quarter number 1, and it's tied at 1. Hagen for Pittsburgh, Ficus getting the equalizer for Kansas City. Pittsburgh will go to Kansas City. Not this coming week. Yes, it is. In fact, next Friday. And then next Sunday in Baltimore. Manny Schwartz now trying to clear it upfield. Off the boards at the left point, George Tiger controlling it. In a 1-1 tie, long shot off Schwartz's fingertips. It was way wide. He almost messed himself up on that, and Manny's coming out. Shades of slow-mo. He's over his own red line. Over midfield, and Sibby's chases him from behind. Over to Abrams on the right side. A quick shot stopped by Papaleo. Lost the rebound. And now O'Hara will get it. Joe hurt his hand on that play.
Well, Kansas City using Manny Schwartz as a 6th attacker, simply trying to get Pittsburgh on a counterattack.
Topolsky now looking for Tiger. It's deflected out of play. As we come back live, Pittsburgh shooting a bit wild on a couple of attempts, and the ball goes out of play.
Kansas City's not pressurizing the Pittsburgh defenders as they come across the red line, which gives them a lot of room in which to strike the ball, and that's what Pittsburgh's doing, but their shots are off the mark.
Mikowski up the near boards for Salguero. I think if Pittsburgh plays their game, Kansas City will be proven wrong and giving them that much room, but we'll see. Here's Hagen coming back over midfield, 2-on-2 into the attack zone. Cuts it to the left, going outside wide. Hagen now trying to settle it down, kicked away by Mikowski. Hagen tries to hit the point man McKenzie, blocked by Ficus. Ficus, a good hard worker, coming out. Left wing side boards pass. Twelman on it. Near the midfield line, marked by Paul Child. Now played back to Ficus. Charlie Ficus lifting it upfield to Laurie Abrams. Back heel, lead ball right wing for Salguero. Blocked by Moore. He'll get another try on his left foot. Blocked again by Kevin. Vossmeyer breaking out of the pack. On the run, 3-on-3. Bobby over midfield. Knocks it off the left wing boards for Hagen. Off the boards for Child. Broken up by the Comets.
With a 3-on-3 situation, but did not materialize.
Ball played to Hagen. Back to goal by the penalty arc. Out to McKenzie. Right side area to Kevin Marr. Marr with 6 goals this year. He had 6 all of last year. He was the MISL's Rookie of the Year. Off the left wing boards for Hagen. Foul on Kansas City. That's only 2. This is the least amount of fouls I've seen in the first quarter in this league all year, as Vossmeyer sends one in wide off the post. Off the set piece.
That got Manny Schwartz napping as that ball hit that far post, and Manny Schwartz did not react to it at all.
I would have got caught napping on that too, because I wasn't expecting it to be that close from there. Vossmeyer coming back to defend, will win the ball. Good play by Bobby. He's got the numerical advantage. 4-on-3 over midfield. Vossmeyer knocks it ahead to McKenzie. Child breaks for goal. Mack for Vossmeyer. Quick shot blocked by the defense. McKenzie a drive off the goalpost. Child trying to deflect it home. Tabak trying to settle it down. He does for Mikowski. A half a minute to go in the opening quarter, tied at 1. On the left wing side, Tabak tackled by Bobby Kevin Marr. Nice ball off the left boards for Hagen, who runs through. Left wing trying to get it around Twelman. Schwartz will kick it upfield with 7 seconds left. Koutsoukas 3-on-3. Tasso Koutsoukas plays it right side to Tabak. 2 seconds left off the boards. Block, the horn sounds. That's it for the first quarter. Dead even. 1 goal for Pittsburgh, 1 for Kansas City. Back with his Schwartz, whose statistics continue to look good despite Kansas City's losing record. Schwartz coming way out. Right side to Mikowski at the midfield line. Leads it left wing, but Abrams wasn't breaking that way. Kevin Marr will pick it up in a 1-1 tie. Back to Bob Vossmeyer. Bobby holding on, waiting, leading it off the left wing boards for Child. Child has it knocked away, but he'll regain possession. Back to Kevin Marr in the neutral zone. Comets side, now at the line of Kansas City. Try to play it inside for Hagen, but Mikowski has the beat on that. Plays it up the left side.
And again, Kansas City very patient defensively, waiting for the Pittsburgh to cough up the ball.
Kansas City coughs it up this time. Hagen getting it from Vossmeyer. Dave Hagen over the midfield line, marked by Mikowski, left from Bob Vossmeyer. He's got a little room. Bobby within 40 feet now, cuts it to the right, a shot on goal, and Schwartz fumbled that one a little bit. Bobby got a good strike on goal. It's still tied though, 1 goal apiece as the Comets control it in their own zone, and for the first time tonight, basically a full carpet pressure. Everybody's got a man marking early, but the Comets break out with a long pass off the right boards. Tabak shooting it way wide. Along the near side, McKenzie. Up for Child. McKenzie, the defensive player of the month for the preceding month, and Hagen, the offensive player. Awards announced during our commercial breaks. McKenzie now right side. Off the board, Schwartz will get that. He saw that one coming. Nice play, outlet feed to Tabak, but it's broken up as Tabak couldn't control it. Right idea for Schwartz, but didn't really put that ball in the money. John O'Hara now will get it. On the left side to Erhard Kapp, and it's nice to see him back in the Spirit lineup. On the right side to Topolsky. Pittsburgh right now has basically 3 defenders out there unless Erhard moves up to midfield. As Topolsky shoots it off the boards, it's kicked back to Manny Schwartz. We'll see what Pittsburgh's going to do with this. Erhard, a very tenacious tackler. We saw him last year in midfield, and he may be in that role right now, and he is,
well,
with Green and Civvies.
Yes, a very physical player, a good marker, and of course, if they can shut down the creative player for Kansas City here, they could stymie them.
Kansas City kicking it back in their own end to Petcher. Nice play off the boards to elude Civvies. Green over there now after Petcher. 12:26 to go. Second quarter, tied at 1 as it's played back to Manny Schwartz.
And Pittsburgh putting on a little bit of high pressure as Kansas City is slow to move the ball out of their own defensive zone, which allows Pittsburgh to pick up the man-to-man quickly.
Tasu Koutsoukas at the red line, right side to Petcher. Off the boards, deflected high and out of play. We go to a commercial break, tied at 1 on the Spirit Soccer Network. 12 minutes straight up remaining. Second quarter, it's dead even at 1 goal apiece as Adam Topolsky works it for Cap, broken up on the interception by Tabak. On the left side, Salguero puts it between some legs, but it goes harmlessly over to the far boards, and O'Hara's got it.
And there, Aaron Cap showing his effectiveness midfield, got the ball from behind and poked it back to his own defensive zone, caused Pittsburgh to get the ball.
Kansas City coming back in the attack after an interception. Blocked by Topolsky, but Tim Clark will control at his own red line. Right side to Petcher. A 1-1 tie. Hagen for Pittsburgh. Fleikas for Kansas City. Long ball up for Salguero. He and Cap battle for it. Salguero back the other way to the point. Headed away by Civis. Handball on Kansas City. Quickly, Pittsburgh puts it back upfield to Topolsky. Cap joining him on the run. Adam will crank one. Punched out by Schwartz. Headed into the air high, and Topolsky will get it away from Fleikas to Erhard Cap.
There was a tremendous velocity on that shot, and Schwartz had trouble holding him, had to punch it.
And on the give and go, Green is blocked by Schwartz. Civis made a nice play to just get it up there. Ball played upfield now as Cap intercepts it and then gives it away. He wants a handball call, but the officials don't see it that way. On the right side, Salguero, nice move to the inside, but Topolsky bounces off him. They're going to call a foul. Topolsky had the jets going. He was going upfield. Why they don't call the advantage rule, I'll never know.
Striking Kansas City, right?
Maybe they've taken it out of the rule book and they forgot to tell us upstairs.
Well,
That's
he
a clear
stumbled.
case.
He stumbled a little bit, and I think maybe they're anticipating that he was going to go down. But nevertheless, he did have possession, and the advantage rule should have been called.
On the right side, Erhard Cap from McKenzie. Outside the box, the shot deflected. It's loose in the box. Still loose. Kicked out by Civis, but Schwartz makes a great recovery. And they're going to call a dangerous play anyway on Ian Civis, but Schwartz appears to be okay as he covers up.
Well, a lot of courage here by Manny Schwartz, just throwing his face into the feet of Ian Civis as the ball was trickling around in the crease. And as he was down and bodies were flying everywhere, dangerous play was called against him.
Don't forget, Sunday is Ball Day, sponsored by Cameron Coca-Cola and Westinghouse. First 6,000 youths under 16 get a genuine soccer ball when they come to the game. That's the first 6,000 youths. Doors are scheduled to open at 12 noon for that game against the San Diego Sockers. Kevin Marr in the interception. In the corner for Civis. Blocked by Steve Petcher, who clears it but not out. Now it is out, and McKenzie will send it back to Vosmeyer. 9:50 to go. Second quarter tied at 1. Pittsburgh starting to put a little pressure on. Vosmeyer lifting it off the left wing boards for Marr, chesting it down, kicked away by Petcher. Good defensive play. Up for Salguero. Nice back heel kick. To Abrams. Over midfield on the run comes Laurie Abrams. Trying to pass it into the box. Salguero. Simple touch to Fredrickson. Vosmeyer trying to close him down. Now laid out to Mikowski. A shot in the box deflected by Kevin Marr, and it goes out of play. And we go out of play for this commercial break. Tied at 1 on the Spirit Soccer Network.
Timeout, Kansas City. Reminder that tickets for all remaining Spirit home games are now on sale at all Choice Seat locations, including Kaufman's, Gimbals, the Record Outlet stores, and Civic Arena Gate 1. Or you can charge your tickets.
And as we took that time out, Kansas City did as well. It gives us a chance to tell you that besides San Diego coming in here on Sunday, and that there are still a lot of good seats available, that on Wednesday, February 6th, the St. Louis Steamers come into town. There's going to be a huge post-game promotion on the carpet immediately following the Spirit game. All kinds of prizes, guaranteed prizes for fans going out on the carpet at the end of the game. And other notes to tell you, tickets for all Spirit home games and Penguin home games, and the Penguins are playing tomorrow night as well, are available at all Choice Seat locations, including Kaufman's, Gimbals, the Record Outlet stores, and Civic Arena Gate 1. For Spirit group sales information, call 642-1806, or you can charge tickets by calling 642-2067. And don't forget Hot Legs 3. The sequel to Hot Legs 2, which was a sequel to Hot Legs 1, is coming. Starting in February, check with your favorite night spot or the Spirit office for the schedule of appearances. Back to the action. Ball played into the box. Papaleo is there. And he holds on to it. Interesting timeout, or time for Kansas City for them to call it.
Well, Pittsburgh has seen a lot of ball possession here, and Kansas City playing basically defense. I think Coach Rick Benben was simply trying to assure them that they're right on track. Just keep concentrating defensively and wait for Pittsburgh to make a mistake.
Papaleo up to his own red line. In a 1-1 tie, 8:55 to go. Second quarter from the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. Hope you're enjoying this one. As Kevin Marr has it back in his own zone. Off the boards for Hagen. Hagen with the only goal for Pittsburgh is fouled, and that will give Kansas City 3 fouls to 1 for Pittsburgh.
Kansas City very tight man-to-man right now.
McKenzie lifting it off the far boards. Hagen busting in, working hard to get that ball. Second effort won it. Out to the left point. Kevin Marr to the right point area for Vosmeyer. Bobby Nixon to the inside. Nice try, but he's broken up by Mikowski. Mikowski taken down by Vosmeyer as Koutsoukas gets it ahead. Broken up by Hagen. Hagen will run it back. Hagen on the run outside the box, has it kicked away. Good recovery run by Mark Frederickson. And now Schwartz will hit Frederickson, whose goal last year started the Spirit on the right track. They lost that game against Kansas City, but boy, were they tough after that.
In overtime, right?
I remember it well. So does everyone. Here is Mikowski taking a shot. Stopped by Papaleo, and then he holds on. Rolls it left to Vosmeyer. Bobby hitting Dave McKenzie at the midfield line as John O'Hara comes on now for the Pittsburgh Spirit. Mack fakes the backheel pass and brings it over the line, right wing. McKenzie still with it. Sends it over to the far boards for Hagen. Kicked out, literally, goes out of play by Twellman.
Pittsburgh having a difficult time getting behind the Kansas City defense. Kansas City very patient defensively, keeping the ball in front of them, and just allowing Pittsburgh to pass the ball back and forth at the red line. And Pittsburgh having a difficult time penetrating.
It's almost like a football team that gives you the short pass, but nothing deep, nothing that could really hurt you. That's what it seems like.
And the one time that Pittsburgh did get behind them, they capitalized on it and scored.
Earhart Cap with a free kick right in the box, banged out by Petcher. So Petcher, for a guy that didn't play at the start, is settled in there. Ball cleared the other way by Pittsburgh, deep in the Kansas City zone, left wing side. Nice reverse on the right wing. Petcher's wide open. Mikowski, or Clark rather, was the guy that hit him. He saw him all the way. Petcher now from 40 feet off the boards, his own pass, and the rebound instead to Abrams, who scores. Petcher made a great ball, but he wanted it back himself, Bruno. Instead, Abrams followed it, and no one picked him up.
Well, he came across from the near board side, right across the restraining arc, and Petcher just let go with a tough shot against the boards, looking, as you said, for his own rebound. But the ball came in, and Abrams got inside position on Pittsburgh defenders and just drove the ball home with a tremendous shot.
There's no question Petcher was going for the goal himself on a play that we've seen Dave McKenzie do very well, off the boards and gets it back himself. But that time it was the opposing team, Kansas City, getting the goal. Cap the other way now, looking for Green, who knocks it back to John O'Hara. Abrams' 8th goal of the year. Most of those, though, were scored while he was with the Cosmos. Right side to Polsky. A drive, and he scores from about 35, 36 feet out with a left-footed drive.
I'll tell you, John Paul, that was one of the prettiest goals I've seen in a long time. He actually bent that ball around from the near side with his left foot. That ball had a big curve on it, and it came in. It was far wide, but it came in on the inside of the far post. No chance for Manny Schwartz, and Pittsburgh's tied it up.
I'll tell you the most impressive thing about that is that you could see even on the replay here, but even live, to look at Topolsky's face. He was one of the players out there on that last goal, and a player did slip by on that side. And you could see he just took the game in his own hands. He wanted that one. O'Hara, the assist of the Topolsky goal at 8:09, but Adam did what Pittsburgh has not been able to do too well this year. Take the initiative yourself and come back and get it.
And that's what Pittsburgh needs to do more so, and more players have to take the leadership role here, the responsibility to score.
Long toss upfield now to Abrams, who really buried that last goal. Petcher on the opposite side, tied now at 2 apiece. On the right wing, Kansas City coming through. Clark cutting it off the right boards. O'Hara blocking Salguero. Salguero back on the left side to Clark. Back for Salguero on the right wing. Plays it upfield for Charlie Ficus. Ficus cuts it to the right. Cap on him. Played it to the near boards. Abrams taken down by Topolsky. With the Jets on now. Had him over the midfield line. Still moving it. Toe ball right side, Green. Cuts it to the inside. Lost it. Will get it back. Charlie looks. Hits their hard cap. He can't control it. He'll get it back on the left wing boards. In the box area, Sibbies can't turn. It's kicked away by Manny Schwartz, which saved a goal. Back to Green on the header, lifting it to the right side to Polsky. Adam with a left-footed drive, twisting, out of play.
Manny Schwartz, a very aggressive goalkeeper. Sibbies had the ball with his back to the goal, but Manny Schwartz put so much pressure on him, Sibbies could not turn or play the ball back.
Again, we remind you that Sunday afternoon at 2:05 start against the San Diego Sockers. It's going to be Cameron Koch and Westinghouse ball. Their first 6,000 youths. Under 16 will receive a genuine soccer ball. Compliments of those two participating sponsors. Tickets still available at all choice seat locations, including Kaufman's, Gimbel's, and the record outlet stores. Kevin Marr has the ball, taken away now by Koutsoukas, running it down the left wing. Tackled away by Marr. Nice defensive play by the second-year professional.
But a tremendous tackle from the inside with his left foot. I mean, just simply sacrificing his body and cleanly tackling the ball off Koutsoukas.
Cleared back now to Papaleo, who leaves it for Bob Bosmeyer. A 2-2 tie, Pittsburgh and Kansas City. Bobby upfield for Dave Hagen. Hagen will kick it back to Bob Bosmeyer. Long lead pass right into the box. Right for Manny Schwartz. Easy toss for Twellman with 4:42 to go. Before halftime, it's tied at 2, and we'll have Chris Wright's comments pre-recorded about the Stan Terlecki talks as they continue today here in Pittsburgh. We'll save that for halftime. Indoor soccer doesn't give you the kind of breaks that you could use to really go into the story. On the left side, Makowski. On the give and go, watch out, he wants Fredrickson again in the right corner. Spins on Bosmeyer, and the shot just missing the far post. Another drive, and that goes out of play. Goal kick coming up, that's a commercial shot. We'll take it here, tied at 2 in the Spirit Soccer Network.
The Spirit would like to welcome the following groups to tonight's game. West Interior Services, Buy High Tech, Pittsburgh Superior Court Personnel, the Earhart Cat Fan Club, Point Park College, University of Pittsburgh Greensburg Campus, and CCAC North Campus.
Back live in a 2-2 tie at the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. I'm John Paul Della Camera with Bruno Schwartz. 4 minutes straight up remaining. Second quarter, even at 2 apiece. Papaleo, long kick upfield. Twellman heads it. Settled on by Fredrickson, stolen by McKenzie. Fredrickson will hustle to get it back for Kansas City. Kansas City, a much better looking team than the team I saw here in November. That was early in the season. Right side, Salguero centers it in the box, and O'Hara rejects that. Johnny taken down. Draws the 4th foul of the quarter on Kansas City. O'Hara now will move it upfield. Pittsburgh has O'Hara and Topolsky as defenders. Hagen with Vosmeyer and Child. Lead pass up the right wing side for Hagen. Kicked by Schwartz, who got his shoulder on it. He hurt himself. I believe Hagen's foot caught Schwartz in the shoulder. Did he handle that ball to outside the box?
And he seems in pain.
Yeah, he is.
He's down.
This must not be a good building for him. And now they're going to whistle it down. Now, I'd have to see it in the replay because I was watching Schwartz come out, Bruno, but I would assume that it was Hagen's foot that had jarred into him. But did he hit the ball out there? Because if he does, he's outside the box when he handles it.
Well, from the vantage point that we have up here, it's very difficult to see because when I was on the near side boards, it looked like it was a handball. I was looking for a handball call as the ball came off the boards. But apparently, as the ball came off the boards, he came charging in, and the ball definitely hit his hand. But then I think his arm was pushed back, and he may have hurt his arm or his shoulder.
His right arm, and we'll call it the whole arm, was bumped by Hagen's body. His upper body is what runs in him. From the midsection on up from Hagen. I mean, that's a way you could really tear a shoulder, separate it, or severely pull a muscle. And the way he was shaking it, I thought he might have had some nerve damage. I think it was just mostly in pain rather than a reflective action. Around the fall, before the season, as I recall, gets underway, and everybody has a great time with that.
Right, and they have a very active youth soccer organization up there. And, of course, the college also, one of the better teams in the area.
Off the drop ball, Pittsburgh will get possession and clear it back to Papaleo. It's going to be very interesting to see the first tester that Schwartz will have to make. Cap now over on the left wing side to John O'Hara. Pittsburgh still without several players who are injured, including Greg Ostalchuk, Paul Toomey, Zeke Kapka still hurt. It's been a tough year for injuries. Only Sibbies and McKenzie have played in every game. Here is Ficus to the right side for Salguero, marked by O'Hara. Shot off the boards, went wide. Kick to the near side by Marcio Leite, who's on for his first shift of the night. Marcio in trouble, almost gave it up to Benny Tabac.
But a good smart play by Marcio, playing the ball to his support.
Upfield, John O'Hara coming back. Leite running by him. O'Hara tried to knock it to him, broken up. Topolsky a drive off the boards. Blocked out. O'Hara settles it down with the right foot. Chips it for Sibbies, wants to turn. In trouble to Leite on the left wing. Marcio tried to cut. Nice tackle by Ficus. Down to 2:10 to go before halftime, even at 2 apiece. Salguero on the right side to Ficus, left side to Petcher. Into the attack zone comes Steve Petcher. Nipping it back out on the left side, Abrams, who has 1 goal tonight. Plays it right wing boards. Petcher blocked. The carpet comes up and there's ice underneath it. I believe Petcher's caught there. Now Leite back upfield.
Petcher may be hurt.
Off the left wing, Cap with some space for Sibbies in the corner. Ian holding it. Petcher still down. Right side, Leite. Tackle away, but he'll get right back up. Marcio on his left foot, a wicked drive is stopped by Manny Schwartz, and that tells me he's okay. Petcher in pain as Cap tackles the ball away. They're not stopping play. Sibbies still controlling it. Another Kansas City player's down. It's Salguero, and a Spirit player is down. How did all these guys hit the turf? Hagen is down.
It's helter-skelter now. 3 bodies
They
sprawled
gotta
at the
stop
floor.
play.
One in one zone, one at midfield, and one in the other.
It's so bad that the physical therapists on each team don't know where to go. It's like, who's hurt the most? And Petcher was not, so he's the guy that went down first.
That's right. Well, Petcher's
At a real low spot. It has to be. They've won only 2 games on the road. That's even worse than Dallas, a new team.
That's right, and if you're going to do anything in this league, you've got to at least have a 500 record on the road, and that's been the biggest problem for the Pittsburgh Spirit this year. But the important thing now is they have 3 games at home, with tonight here against Kansas City, and they've got to put some kind of a streak together, even if it's a 2-game or 3-game winning streak before you lose another one. Sort of get up to 500 and then make a run for it.
John Kowalski is now on this drop ball situation. Put Dave McNiven on with Charlie Green and Bob Vosmeyer, Kevin Moore and Dave McKenzie. So for the first time, I think, this season, McNiven is going to be up front as a forward rather than as a midfielder, where we've at least seen him lately.
Well, he was a forward in England, outdoors, and he loves to play up there.
Abrams now playing it in the box, and Papaleo makes his best save of the night. On the right wing, McNiven coming back.
It's good timing on Papaleo, just coming up, putting enough pressure on Fredrickson and making a big save.
McNiven cutting to the left, tries to lead it to Vosmeyer, but it's broken up. Fredrickson will get it. McNiven made the right move, but didn't have enough on the ball when he made that pass as Abrams takes it far wing. He has 1 goal tonight in a 2-2 tie, and he kicks it right back to Manny Schwartz. Kansas City playing with a lot of discipline tonight. They had none in November.
Well-organized team right now.
Tasso Koutsoukas tries to get it between McKenzie's legs. Max says no way. Gives it to Vosmeyer. Right side to McNiven on the run. McNiven leading it. Off the right wing boards for Green. Has to put on the brakes now in the corner. Brings it back out 40 feet away from goal.
Again, Kansas City coming back goal side very quickly.
Marr to McNiven. Back out on the left side. McKenzie in the neutral zone. Down to 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Green running it free to the right boards. Takes a shot wide. Headed wide by Kansas City. I thought that one was going to be put into their own goal. Schwartz will roll it. We're here at halftime. Tied at 2 on the Spirit Soccer Network.
Shots on goal for the second quarter. Kansas City 3, Pittsburgh 5. Halftime totals, Kansas City 8, Pittsburgh 12. Fourth quarter in Baltimore, it's the Blast 3 and the San Diego.
In a 1-5 record, it's important for Pittsburgh to get some shots on him early since he's not into the game yet. Kansas City with the ball. Third quarter has begun. It's tied at 2. Hagen and Topolsky for Pittsburgh, sandwiched in between goals by Ficus and Abrams for Kansas City. Comets now moving it up the right wing side. Twellman for Ficus. Bosmeyer got a piece of it. Abrams the rest. A turnaround shot blocked by Kevin Moore, who closed him down. And now it's cleared back by the Comets.
That was a quick turn by Abrams there, showing his quickness in the box. A very dangerous type striker, but Pittsburgh was on top of it.
Kansas City getting the ball deep in the Spirit zone. Abrams with a shot, and he just missed the far post.
Again, he got loose, and a very dangerous type striker, just recently acquired from the Cosmos.
Hagen back the other way, over the midfield line. Runs it into the attack zone to his left side. He has one of two Spirit goals, shoots it off the boards, cleared out by Twellman. Kansas City really playing very well positionally back there.
Absolutely right. They're very patient defensively. And Pittsburgh unable to get around any play. No player has been able to take Kansas City on one-on-one.
Koutsoukas on the right side. Playing into the box for Abrams. McKenzie had them all tied up. Nice defense. Now Bosmeyer. Lead ball up for Child. Paul Child ahead into the offensive zone. Cuts to his right. A shot blocked by Mikowski. Picked up by Ficus. Bruno, what does Pittsburgh have to do to get some better runs into their game and try and stretch things out?
Well, they play the ball quicker and longer to get behind the defenders because they're having a difficult time beating them one-on-one. And, of course, I think Pittsburgh just lacks that quickness.
Over on the right wing side now, Bobby Bosmeyer getting to it. Seems like Pittsburgh, when they run, they're not getting anywhere. Their runs are such that Kansas City is able to cover them up with some marking. And Erhard Cap holding it at the midfield line. It's tied at 2. Pittsburgh playing very well defensively, though, for the third game in a row.
Well organized defensively, very patient offensively, but the runs off the ball have to be done quicker in order to get the ball to penetrate behind the defenders.
Cap on the right side for Topolsky. Adam will clear it back to Erhard Cap. Lead pass upfield for Civies. Ian will spin it ahead to Cap. That looked like the play, but it's broken up by Petcher, who was apparently okay after looking like he had twisted an ankle when the carpet came up and revealed some ice, and that didn't sit too well with Stevie's soccer shoes. On the left wing side, Sal Guerrero runs it back. Toe ball broken up by Civies to Topolsky. Pittsburgh now breaking upfield. Kansas City hustling back. Adam over the midfield line in a 2-2 tie. 12:05 left. Third quarter. Topolsky holding it. Right side boards for Civies. Ian fakes now to Adam. A quick shot scooped up by DePede. Enzo up and throwing it long. O'Hara rejecting it, but Petcher is there to pick it up. And Salguero's free. All of a sudden on the right side, takes a shot and he hits the crossbar. Luckily for the Pittsburgh Spirit.
Clever technique there by Salguero. Joe Pepoli came down, put pressure on him low. Salguero went up high, but fortunately the crossbar was there.
Salguero with a pass broken up. Cap will get it. Left side to Charlie Green. Green holding it now on the right wing side to O'Hara. Johnny, the team captain, 40 feet from goal. Strikes it, broken up by Benny Tabak. Far board sends it out to Erhard Cap, right wing. Erhard holding it. Moves it, now left foots it to the right corner for Civies. Still in a 2-2 tie with 11:10 to go. Third quarter.
Pittsburgh always forced to play the ball back to support and start a new attack. As the attackers having a difficult time receiving the ball and turning and trying to beat the man one-on-one.
Ball played off the boards for Green, and it's sent wide over to the far side. Picked up over there. Petcher ahead for Tabak, and Kevin Moore with a great recovery run to strip him of the ball all the way back to Papaleo. On the right wing with a toss, Erhard Cap into the offensive end, leaving it off for Hagen. Back to McKenzie. Leading it, Hagen wants to turn, can't find it. Thought he had it for a second there, and now he's broken up. Benny Tabak cuts it back on the left wing side. Comets coming right back. Petcher to Clark. Comets, as we mentioned, without Gino Schiraldi and Peter Baralich, who are injured. Pittsburgh also with injuries, the latest one to Greg Ostalchik. Laurie Abrams now trying to turn to McKenzie. Mack won't let him. Word from Mandy Schwartz, strained left shoulder, a shot on Papaleo. It's kicked out by Pittsburgh. A strained shoulder doesn't sound as bad as what it could be anyway, but that's a preliminary diagnosis. Erhard Cap from the midfield line. Up for Hagen in the offensive zone. Hagen waits for some support. Bobby Bosmeyer joining, a quick shot. Nice save to Payday. Hagen really got that one off.
Saw a little bit of daylight and got it with his left foot to the far post. The payday, good reaction, showing that he is indeed in the game.
Greg Mikowski up for Ficus. Kansas City trying to dictate the pace here. On the left side for Abrams, broken up. McKenzie forcing the play, but the ball is marked ahead and nobody's there for Pittsburgh. Child hustling over. Katsoukas is there. Cut up the middle. Great ball by the Comets, and look out, here they come. 4-on-3 on the run. Clark, after that great ball from Katsoukas, shot it wide. On the left wing, Greg Mikowski. Katsoukas the only man back now for Kansas City. Mikowski shot stopped by Papaleo on the short side, and Hagen runs it back upfield. 4-on-4 as Kansas City hustle back. Mikowski wins the ball. Over to the far wing in a 2-2 tie. McKenzie blocks it, draws the foul. Mack will be putting it in play. 47 left. Third quarter, dead even, 2 goals apiece.
Pittsburgh's going to have to be careful not to over-attack here. Sometimes they send both defenders forward, and Kansas City can read the game very well in trying to get the counter-attack.
Pittsburgh called for a foul here to even it up. So it'll be the Comets' ball, but John Kowalski wants to make a change.
Hey, Tony.
It's been a rough year for Pittsburgh when you think about it. Tragically losing their assistant coach, Mickey Cave, right in the first week of the season. Going with different combinations, trying to put something together, then having injuries, forcing other combinations, and then the Terlecki incident forcing still other combinations. So they really never had a chance to work from training camp on with a set lineup.
Exactly. Plus the new system that John Kowalski was trying to install with the 5 defenders rotating in the back and up front going with 3 lines.
Long ball ahead for Charlie Green. Has it kicked away. All the way back. Papaleo after it. Joe giving it up now to John O'Hara. Pittsburgh playing very well defensively. Tied at 2. Cap right side. Green holding it. Pressured, but he gets free. Shot on goal, and DePayday caught that backing up.
Good concentration. DePayday saw it all the way into his arms and clutched it.
Ball kicked back by O'Hara to Papaleo. Quick toss for Topolsky. Frederickson gets in the way. Clears it back, way back to Payday. Miskicks it. Almost like shanking a punt.
Yeah, both teams getting very few second opportunities at goal. It's just going from one end to the other. One shot, the other team gets it, and there's a lot of midfield play, a lot of build-up, but no real good, clear scoring opportunities.
Sibby's to Green, punched out. Earhart Cap trying to head it.
Again, just one shot. Kansas City comes up with the ball. They come on the attack.
Sibby's great steal. Outside the penalty arc, but he shot it wide. Still working to get that ball.
That's what Pittsburgh needs a little bit more. A little anticipation and take an opportunity. Take a risk in the offensive third.
McCaskill coming back against Vosmeyer. Bobby tackles it away. Salguero comes in, takes a shot, blocked by Adam Topolsky.
Well closed off by Adam, coming up with the block.
Charlie Green now with it. U.S. Air out-of-town scoreboard shows Minnesota has taken the 3-2 lead over St. Louis in the second quarter. That's with 4 minutes left. Cleveland 5, Los Angeles nothing. What's happening to the Lasers in Las Vegas? 2, Wichita nothing. That Las Vegas team's won now at 4 in a row.
That's at Wichita, no less. What a difficult place to win.
Well, that one's not over yet either. I can remember many a lead in that building. Tabac. If they win it there, it's going to be a hard-fought win. On the left wing side, Comets and Spirit tied at 2. That ball has not left the playing surface. We're behind in commercials. Can't get them in.
Both teams playing good finesse soccer. The ball's on the floor constantly. Both teams trying to stretch some passes together, but few scoring opportunities.
Vosmeyer called for a foul. We're going to take this break. Tied at 2 on the Spirit Soccer Network.
Kansas City. The winner of the Metropolitan Light portable black and white television is Jeff Bachman. It's Jeff Bachman. Report to Gate 1 to pick up your TV. Jeff Bachman to Gate 1.
Back live at the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh, John Paul Della Camera with Bruno Schwartz. Dead even 2 goals apiece. 5:54 to go as Kansas City takes the ball upfield. Ficus passing it. Broken up by McKenzie. Great anticipation. Bump from behind. He stays with the ball. Oh, they're going to call again the foul instead of the advantage. Vosmeyer plays it up quickly to McKenzie. Mack marked by Ficus. Up to Hagen. Back to goal. Wants to turn. Outside the box. Shoots it off the box area. Off the wall. Nobody there to pick it up. No anticipation on that one.
That's
offensively.
Right. That's why Pittsburgh not using the, they want to use the boards, they're indecisive.
Oh, nice save by Papaleo and Koutsoukas. Right after Pittsburgh almost had a good chance to score upfield, they gave up a better chance the other way, and that's one thing they can't afford. In a tight game like this, I think it's very important for Pittsburgh not to have to come from behind. Take that lead.
Especially in the second half where Pittsburgh's had trouble all year long.
Vossmeyer leading Marr, right wing boards. Kevin shooting it off the boards. Child will score. He read that one. Pittsburgh will lead 3-2.
That was Kevin Marr going on the right side, breaking through for one of the very few times, and then using the boards very effectively. And Paul Child came in from the near side, got good position on the defense of Kansas City, and just poked it home.
Steve Petcher was the man that he beat. We'll take it to another break. Pittsburgh leads 3-2 on the Spirit Soccer Network.
Scored by number 12, Paul Child. The assist goes to number 14, Kevin Marr. Time of the goal, 9:54 of the third quarter. Child from Marr. And it's now the Spirit 3, the Comets 2.
Child, 16th of the year from Kevin Marr, time of the goal, 9:54, and that could be a real big one for Pittsburgh. If this were hockey, Bobby Vossmeyer would have had an assist as well. His pass sprung Kevin Marr, sent him deep into the corner. Child knew that Kevin Marr's only play was off the boards, and that's what I meant before when I said no one read Hagen. That was his only play before, but nobody got free for another chance. Here's Leite going after a loose ball as we're back in the live action, but it goes out of play. Kansas City's ball, they trail. Kansas City does 3-2.
The important thing is when the ball comes off the boards too, not just the anticipation, but the timing of the pass and the timing of the run to get that one extra step and get inside position on the defender. And Paul Child did that very well on Petcher, and they drove it home.
Greg McCaskey running back the other way into the Spirit zone, right around the boards. Nobody picking it up for Kansas City, although there's a little confusion, I thought, back there defensively for Pittsburgh.
It was a good opportunity for Kansas City to tie the score because they were in the box and totally unmarked.
Yep. There were a few blue jerseys that begged for attention.
Exactly right. Fortunately for Pittsburgh, the ball came off the board so hard and simply trickled out of the danger area.
Earhart cap off the left wing boards for Leite, and it goes out of play. Off Marcio. Marcio is on with Ian Sibbies, Earhart cap, Adam Topolsky, and John O'Hara for Pittsburgh. Kansas City going with Benny Tabac, Carlos Salguero, Mark Fredrickson, Greg McCaskey, and Tim Twellman. I said before Kansas City was 8-8 under Rick Benman. They're actually 6-5, a winning record, but they're 8-8 following their dismal start. Free kick coming up for Twellman when play resumes. A reminder for the kids in our listening audience, Burger King wants you to become the honorary ball boy or girl for an upcoming Spirit home game. Just send a postcard to the Spirit telling in 25 words or less why you should be that person. Winners receive an invitation to a future game where they get a free Spirit jersey, an autographed ball, and a photograph with a Spirit player. Send your entries to Burger King Spirit ball boy or girl, Civic Arena, Pittsburgh, PA 15219. Be sure to include your address and your phone number. 4:19 to go, third quarter. Spirit leading at 3-2. Goals by Hagen, Topolsky, and Chow for Pittsburgh, Ficus and Abrams for Kansas City. The ball played back to DePede, who started the second half for the injured Manny Schwartz with a strained right shoulder. Long toss upfield by DePede. Kicked away, Earhart cap with great hustle. Kansas City will get the ball back. Fredrickson knocking it to the near side. Twellman back to Fredrickson. Now Pittsburgh picks up man-to-man. Full length of the carpet in terms of the high pressure. They back off a wee bit here. Now Cap will block it in the midfield. Mikowski will get it back, trying to settle for KC. Back to Fredrickson. Giveaway to Cap. 3-on-3. Earhart blasting forward, takes the shot, blocked by Fredrickson. O'Hara reads it well to come upfield, but now he's broken up. Kansas City has a guy hanging back, Salguero, but it was whistled down for a foul.
Pushing call against Kansas City, fortunately, because Salguero was all alone in the Pittsburgh defensive zone, and that could have spelled danger for Pittsburgh.
Marcio Leite getting it from O'Hara. Marcio running it to his left, gives it to Earhart cap, knocks it to John O'Hara in the neutral zone. 3-2 Spirit leading, 3:20 to go. Ball played to Leite. Marcio knocked off the ball, kicks it free to the near side. Frederickson picks it up. Pittsburgh trying to close on him, but he gets it right back to DePede. Enzo up the left wing to Makowski over the midfield line. Gregg into the attack zone, marked by a hard cap, cuts it to the left. Sibbies joining for support, broken up. Topolsky sends Sibbies right wing. Twellman hanging back. 2-on-3 and now 2-on-4. Ian cuts to the middle, lays it off for Topolsky. Bicycle kicked out by Salguero. Cap keeps it in. A wicked drive shot on a deflection that goes wide. Cap running it through anyway, left wing. Short side save by DePede. Earhart made it interesting. Good hustle.
He certainly did, and that shot was on goal. It was deflected, though, and went wide.
He can score from that distance.
He's got a tremendous shot, and that thing was on a half volley, and he got all of it that time.
On the left wing, Kutsukas chipping it ahead. Right side boards, and it never makes it. It goes out of play. We'll take our last break of the quarter. 3-2 Pittsburgh on the Spirit Soccer Network.
Okay, Spirit fans, time to get a little crazy. Here we go.
2:15 to go. Third quarter, 3-2, Pittsburgh leading it. Papaleo out to his own red line. Nobody's on him. Moves it up the left side to Kevin Martin. For the first time tonight, the crowd getting into it. And we've got a foul on Kansas City, 4 on KC, 1 for Pittsburgh.
Well, the game opened up a little bit with Earhart Cap's blast. A good opportunity to score, and they got the fans involved a little bit.
Vossmeyer. I think Earhart picked up the crowd. Out to McKenzie. Right wing boards to Child. Try to knock it to Hagen. Picked off by Ficus, so that might have been for Vossmeyer. He may have thought Bobby was coming up. Ficus passing it up now to Abrams, who has a goal tonight. 3-2 Spirit leading at Abrams. Good ball, but it then just got behind Kutsukas. It looked good at the start. Pittsburgh had 2 players in there. Now Hagen trying to send it out. Petcher sends it right back in, and Papaleo catches that one. Tosses right to Vossmeyer. Bobby takes it around Ficus through the middle. Up the left wing for Child, who has to settle it down. Paul Child waits, knocks it back to Vossmeyer. 40 feet from goal, cuts it to his right side. Bobby with a shot, blocked by Ficus. Over to the near wing boards, McKenzie after that. Mack holding it to 3-2. Spirit lead, a minute 13 left. Third quarter up for Child. Paul kicks it back to McKenzie at the midfield line. Lead pass, Vossmeyer wants to turn. Couldn't get a good shot away.
Tremendous run by Vossmeyer, just beating his marker and then got behind the defense, but could not get on his foot on the ball.
Scored a goal like that last year. It was on the highlight film. Here's Kutsukas the other way. Look out. McKenzie stops it in the box. That was going in. That one was going in a goal, and that would have been disaster for Pittsburgh after having a chance upfield and giving one back.
Pittsburgh's got to collect themselves a little bit now because they don't want to get caught short-handed here.
That's about 3 times this year that McKenzie has taken the ball either in the box or off the line and taken it right out of there. And he almost hit it with his hand when he went down, and that would have been an interesting call. It wouldn't have been deliberate, but boy.
It would have been a penalty kick.
Yes, I'm sure they would have called it. 18 seconds left. Papaleo. How frustrating would that have been after making a great play to accidentally hit it with your hand? O'Hara gets the lead ball into the left wing corner. Johnny in the box, saved to Payday. Kansas City comes up with it. That one would have looked good with 6 seconds left in the quarter. On the run, left wing, Frederickson. 2 seconds left. The clock will beat him. And it does as the horn sounds, ending 3 quarters of play. At the end of the third, Pittsburgh 3, Kansas City 2 on the Spirit Soccer Network. That's still a concern, I'm sure, for John Kowalski, Chris Wright, Stevie Buttle, etc. So, I mean, the team right now is playing over 3 games anyway, the most disciplined that they've played all year, but they're still going to need some offense to be generated so that they can win games 4-3 instead of losing them with it.
There's still different combinations.
The ball is kicked back to Enzo DePede. He throws it up the field. Right side, Abrams wants to turn, broken up. Hagen's going to run it back over the midfield line. By himself, makes the run to the left wing side, looks for help, cuts it to the inside.
Hagen had a one-on-one situation. He was going straight down the middle. He could have had a good chance to beat him and strike on goal, but elected to slow down and play ball possession.
Marr to the right from Vossmeyer. looking for Child, deflected back right point. Child trying to settle it down, kicks it back into the neutral zone for McKenzie.
Well, it's obvious what Pittsburgh's trying to do, get the Kansas City defense to come out, start chasing the ball because they are behind. Pittsburgh wants to hold on to the ball and then exploit a one-on-one.
Moore coming in and just missed it as he got a nice ball from Paul Child.
And that time it worked as Pittsburgh brought the ball back. Kansas City came out. Moore came up, had a one-on-one situation, just came up short. Child
will kick it all the way back to Papaleo. Joe rolls it right side of Osmeyer. Fourth and final quarter from the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. 13:48 to play. Long ball for Child. 12 says no to that. Upfield, Ficus up the middle. Kansas City attacking right to left. Kicked away from behind by Child. Now for Osmeyer. Back for McKenzie. Defensively, Pittsburgh has to close, I think, on every opportunity, not give Kansas City any good shots because it may come down to winning it 3-2. Maybe there are no more goals left in this game, but if they make it too wide open, they run the risk of the counterattack. So we'll see what happens as Papaleo brings it upfield, slows things down in the neutral zone, lets it go for John O'Hara. O'Hara up the left wing side. Kicking it for Earhart Cap, broken up. Kutsukas to the near side boards. Greg Mikowski bumped down by Child, an obvious foul there.
Paul Child being very aggressive, trying to come up from behind and steal the ball from Mikowski, but was called for a charging.
Twellman upfield now to Abrams. Back for Twellman. Leaves it off of the near side boards. Quick touch for Abrams, broken up. Back the other way, Hagen from Earhart Cap. Takes it to the outside. DePede has to come out. He's going to kick this one almost up by a C-section. He really let that go.
I think Dave Hagen was looking for an obstruction call because he had played the ball past the defender and was going for a ball, which was well read by Andrew DePede, coming off the line very quickly, no hesitation whatsoever to break up the attack.
12:43 to go. Fourth quarter, 3-2, Spirit leading it. Goals by Hagen, his 15th of the year. Topolsky with his 4th, Child with his 16th. Ficus is 17th, and Abrams is 8th for Kansas City. How about this, Bruno, in the third quarter? Los Angeles has got 3 goals. They now trail Cleveland 5-3, but at least they're making a game out of it. Minnesota 3, St. Louis 3 at the half, and Las Vegas 3, Wichita 1 at the half on our US Air out-of-town scoreboard.
Los Angeles, a much improved team this year.
Well disciplined under Peter Wall, although the last few games they've gone away from that.
Very patient team, building it logically 3 years ago, the doormat of the league, and now challenging for a championship.
Pittsburgh working the ball back into their own zone for Papaleo, 12.5 to go. 3-2 Pittsburgh up. Cap will bang it back to Papaleo from the midfield line. Joe brings it up to his own red line. Plays it upfield for Ian Civies. Good back heel back for Topolsky, runs it to the outside, broken up. DePede pounced on it, almost lost it. That would have been disaster for him. But he stays with it.
That was good recovery run there by Tabak, coming back, getting Topolsky from behind.
Nick Mangione on for his first shift of the night. Cap marking him. Mangione, a winner. He's played for Baltimore the last few years. A local Baltimore player, too. He was upset when that association came to an end. Tabak on the right wing boards. Easy touch for Petcher. Leite on him. Petcher, very strong player. Kicked by Leite, so the foul is called. Direct kick coming up, and Mangione right to Petcher. Quick shot, way wide. Somebody's going to get the trailer, and hitting the post was Mangione.
Fortunate for Pittsburgh there.
They got caught napping, no question.
That's right. Again, that set play situation where Pittsburgh knew, in the past has always hurt them. That lack of concentration for a split second.
Petcher with a long shot. Papaleo hangs on to that one. 11:25 to go.
And that ball was going into the upper right-hand corner, dipping down. Good concentration by Papaleo, following it all the way into his fingertips.
This is as important a game for Joe personally, I think, as it is for Pittsburgh. In 1985, Peter Mavlik has all of the wins, and it's not because he's played really well. He has, and that Joe has played awful, because Joe really hasn't. He's been in games that he should have won, but it's a team game.
That's right. He's only won 1 game this year, and I know that's bothering him.
Leite out to McKenzie. Right side to Civies. Give and go. Civies, I thought, was obstructed all the way, and now it's called by Tim Clark.
It was a good call by referee right on top of it. There'll be an indirect kick about 6 feet outside of the arc.
McKenzie or Leite will strike it, or Cap. Let go for Earhart. He gives it to McKenzie, right wing boards. A shot almost got through to Payday. Another try blocked and kicked back by Salguero. Loose ball knocked right to DePayday. Leite couldn't get a good kick away.
That's right, no power behind the shot.
Cap now intercepting it, but it goes into the crowd on a play off a deflection. I tell you, Earhart's working hard, real hard this game.
Yes, he is. He's creating a lot of problems for Kansas City at midfield, destroying the attack before it develops.
When Earhart got hurt against Chicago, he ran with his head into Mark Simonton, and when you get injured like that, you got to wonder, you know, when a player comes back, will he be tentative? Knowing Earhart's style, you didn't think he would, but it's a funny kind of an injury, and I'll tell you, he went up for one head ball, and it was obvious he wasn't worried about it, but I mean, even on any kind of a collision, once you've been hit, he's been in there. He's been going hard, he's been tackling, he's been winning balls, he's been hustling, and really at the top of his game mentally as well as physically tonight.
Tremendous competitor.
Ball played upfield now to Katsoukas, and McKenzie strips it away for Child. On the run near midfield. Child holds it up back to Hagen. Nice reverse to Vosmar, who's all alone. 10-13 left, fourth quarter, 3-2 Spirit over Kansas City. Vosmar feed picked off, and Kansas City attacking in waves. 3-on-3, lead Baldo on the wrong side of Abrams, luckily for Pittsburgh.
Yes, it was, because Abrams had split the Pittsburgh defense, was going right down the middle. The pass was behind him, off the mark. Joe Papaleo read it, came out and got it.
Abrams made a nice run there.
Yes, he did. He did. He split the Pittsburgh defenders, got Pittsburgh defenders square, no support behind him.
He turned what was, it looked like maybe a 3-on-3 into a break, where it was at least a 3-on-2. Twellman will kick it back to DePayday. 9:36 to go, fourth quarter. Kansas City and Pittsburgh leads 3-2. Long ball into the corner. Papaleo will come up with it.
Kansas City starting to play the long ball a little bit, dumping it into the corners, trying to get something off the boards, maybe get Pittsburgh napping.
Here's Vosmar trying to cut it to the middle. Broken up nicely by Greg Mikowski. 9:13 to go, fourth quarter. Spirit still leading 3-2. Child's goal, the go-ahead goal at 9:54 of the third quarter. Twellman now up to Ficus. Left wing side, Katsoukas. Picked up by Vosmar. Katsoukas, nice ball in front of the score. I had to look to see who it was. Mikowski wide open. Got behind everybody.
That's right. Pittsburgh got caught ball walking there. Where? And Mikowski got in behind him, as you called it, and from a very difficult angle, just with the side of the foot, leaned into the ball, got it underneath the crossbar. There was no chance for Joe Papaleo.
Mikowski's eighth of the year from Katsoukas. It was a great ball that you mentioned, but Mikowski was wide open. He had snuck behind everybody. And you're talking about a guy that had to go a long way to get there, and he did it. He snuck right by everybody. Here's O'Hara trying to get it back from Pittsburgh. Takes a shot, it goes wide. Tabak coming back. Lead ball on the right side of Salguero. Gordon Smith on for his first shift. Blocks the ball all the way back to Papaleo. Joe giving it to Gordon Smith. John Kowalski going with some fresh legs out there. George Tiger also on. Tiger a couple of years ago, Pittsburgh's rookie of the year. 8:20 to go, fourth quarter. Now it's tied at 3. Gordon Smith holding it for Tiger. Off the boards. Deflected. Mangione will get it. Left wing side. Puts the brakes on. Broken up. Pittsburgh getting it back with Tiger. To John O'Hara. On the run. Johnny with room. Green to the left. Sibby's win. O'Hara shot wide. Green settling it, but it's blocked. Tiger will get it off Petcher. In the corner for Green. Charlie off the boards, blocked by Mangione. Charlie again gets kicked by Petcher. They let play go on.
He was sandwiched there, and Charlie Green was looking for the foul, but no whistle was coming.
Pittsburgh 2 fouls, Kansas City 1. Cibbies from Papaleo into the attack zone. Good ball, right wing. Marr free. In the box, off the boards, wide. And it came right back, luckily, to DePayday. That's almost unbelievable.
Payday put pressure on Sibbies, on Marr, and then as in making his recovery run, the ball came off Sibbies right into his arms.
Mangione running it right side. Looked like Kevin did everything right with that ball, too, except that the shot hit off the boards. Long one by Clark. Goes wide. And Tiger upends a Comets player. Have to wait. It's Petcher. He went down so fast I didn't know who he was. 3-3 is our score.
The last 5 to San Diego Soccer's 4.
Baltimore beats San Diego 5-4. Long shot in on Papaleo. Stops that one easily. So that's a big win tonight for Baltimore.
Yes, it was. This was game for supremacy.
Kansas City intercepts the Papaleo feed. Clark coming back. Closed down, but now shakes free. In the box, broken up. Bosmeyer will come away with it. Lead ball off for Charlie Green. And now Mikowski will get there first and kick it back to DePayday. 6:40 to go.
And we're getting to the latter stage of the game, and the game's opening up a little bit. Both teams looking for that winning goal.
McKenzie now with it. In the 12 games coached by Rick Benman, they've been in every single one of them. And as Benman said, they could be 11-0 or 0-11. Here's Marr with the shot. Blocked by DePayday. Rebound, Child. He scores on the rebound. Pittsburgh gets a big one, 4-3. Where one goal will win it. And you can hit 5 goalposts in a game, but if you lose by 1 goal, it doesn't mean a heck of a lot. On the right side now, Ficus trying to come back. Spirit leading it. 4-3. 6:13 to go. Fourth quarter. Bobby Bosmeyer has the ball. Knocking it for Dave McKenzie on the right wing side. Back near the midfield line. Back to Kevin Marr. Kevin chipping it ahead. And it goes out of play. We'll take it to a break. 4-3 Pittsburgh on the Spirit Soccer Network.
Okay, Spirit fans, it's time to get a little more than crazy at this point. Let's hear some serious noise.
Dave McKenzie with the ball deep in his own zone. Spirit lead 4-3. 5:04 to go. In regulation time with the Spirit up by 1. Papaleo with it to the left side for McKenzie. Pittsburgh wants to hold the ball. Charlie Carey on for his first shift of the night with Koutsoukas, Mangione, Petcher, and Twellman. Pittsburgh has Papaleo lifting this one deep into the far corner. Leite is on with Civies, McKenzie, Camp, and O'Hara. McKenzie now kicks it back to Papaleo, chesting it down just outside of the box on the right wing to O'Hara. Johnny cuts it to the inside. Still with it, knocking it back to Earhart Cap. I think Earhart has played an outstanding game tonight for Pittsburgh, all around. Has had quite a few players out there, but Earhart, I think, has really stood out, especially since all eyes are focused on him. It's his first game back. Carey plowed into the boards by Dave McKenzie on the far side. Pittsburgh has to be careful. That's their 4th foul. 1 on Kansas City. They don't want to sit out a man, to say the very least, in the closing minutes of the game. So it's a free kick, Comets. Pittsburgh 4, Kansas City 3. Long one up for Carey. In the penalty area, Koutsoukas takes a shot, and I believe John O'Hara got a piece of that. Corner kick for Kansas City. For a second there, they almost lost Koutsoukas at the penalty area, and that's the last place you want him to be open.
Exactly. Fortunately for Pittsburgh, the ball was bouncing, and Koutsoukas has trouble getting the ball under control, which gave Pittsburgh defenders enough time to close them off, deflect it into the stands. Corner kick, set play, dangerous situation.
From the near wing side boards, Koutsoukas will put it in play. Set piece off the boards. Papaleo got a finger on it, and Cap will blast it to the red line. Picked up there by Clark. Off the boards for Salguero. He lost it. Marcio Leite on the run. All the way over midfield. Puts the Jets on into the attack zone. Cuts it to the inside, then lost it as Salguero kicks it back to DePayday.
Well double teamed by Salguero, coming from his forward position from behind after it was slowed down and then tackling the ball away.
DePede with it, 3:45 to go. And this is the fourth quarter. Pittsburgh up 4-3. Mikowski into the attack zone. Look out on the right wing. Kutsuka's in too deep. Shot it wide. Kick to the far boards. Loose ball sent out. Mangione a drive and a score. Mangione will tie it up on a wicked drive from about maybe 35 feet away.
And after Pittsburgh had played so well defensively, getting the ball out, and here the ball comes off the boards, unable to clear the ball totally. Mangione was there. Just drove it with his left foot in the upper right-hand corner. It was a wicked drive, no doubt about it. And we have a tie game.
Did it hit someone on the way in at all? It looked like it was bending far side. I thought it may have just grazed the uniform of Adam Topolsky, but probably not. It's very difficult to tell from this angle, but that was a wicked shot.
Certainly was, his left foot, and again, Pittsburgh unable to totally clear the ball out of the danger zone, and Mangione simply took the advantage, took the opportunity, and drove it home for Kansas City.
Pittsburgh needs another one out. Scoreboard clock didn't give it to Kansas City, but it is 4-4. Hagen back the other way. Up for Child, give and go. Hagen outside the box, a shot, nice leg save. DePede punched it away from Child, and in the collision, DePede went down into the net, and I don't see him.
It was a free ball. The ball went up. The ball was punched high by DePede. Paul Child was coming with a full steam ahead. He had the ball in, but his momentum carried him into the keeper. And of course, when that happens in the crease, you have to protect the goalkeeper. Dangerous play called.
That's 5 fouls. 2:59 left. Tied at 4.
Critical stage of the game.
Right side, Twellman. Upfield now for Salguero. Marr chasing him. Comes back to Petcher. Off the near boards. Hagen the intercept for Child. Paul brings it toward the middle of the field, knocks it into the attack zone on the left side. Kevin Marr holding it. Toes it for Vasmar Bobby with a strike on goal blocked. And I believe a handball on its way. Oh, it's against the Spirit, and that's going to cost him a man in the box. I'll have to see that one again. I didn't even see it, Glance.
Vasmar's hand, and it's called on him as the ball came off.
We just looked at that on the replay. 5 on the power play. Pittsburgh has done a nice job in killing it off. We'll see what happens here. Salguero in the corner. He'll get it back. Pittsburgh has only allowed 10 in 37 attempts, killing it off at 72.5%. Salguero to Abrams, right point, Ficus, left side, Mangione, down to 2:10 to go. Regulation time tied at 4, out to Ficus, right point. Salguero to the left point, Mangione. McKenzie on with Cap, Marr, and O'Hara. Child sitting in the box for 2 minutes. On the left side, Mangione. 1:22 to go on the power play for Kansas City. Salguero with a shot way wide.
It's the first attempt on goal. Pittsburgh doing very well in closing them off, not giving them any type of room to shoot.
This is the first power play opportunity of the night for either side. Mangione to Ficus. Left point, Mangione. 1:05 on the power play. Pittsburgh has killed off almost half of it. Salguero a drive blocked by Earhart Cap.
The second shot denied by Earhart Cap on the block.
Earhart forcing the play back to the midfield line. Mangione pass not on the money because of Pittsburgh forcing them.
Putting pressure on the outside defenders at the points, not allowing them to bring the ball in.
Salguero with it now from Abrams. Carlos Salguero, former Buffalo Stallion, fakes with the right foot, now plays it out to Ficus. Charlie with a shot low wide, loose ball Abrams, kicked away by O'Hara. Out to the near side, Mangione to Ficus. 45 feet from goal, plays it into the box. O'Hara breaks it up. Johnny with a lead ball for Kevin Marr. DePede way out. Kevin just missed it, but it's kicked out of play by DePede. What a great attempt by Marr. He knew DePede was out, and that was his only shot.
It would have been a tremendous goal for Kevin Marr. When he's scoring shorthandedly, he would have brought the roof down here.
56 seconds left.
And 21 seconds left in the penalty.
Pittsburgh's penalty killers a great job here up to this point.
Checking the
In a
U.S.
dramatic fashion, that would have been in clinching a victory here.
St. Louis Steamers.
McKenzie sending it to the left side, but it's right at DePede. Off of that free kick situation. DePede rolls it left to Mikowski. 15 seconds left and Child will be out. Ficus coming upfield in the 4-4 tie. 44 seconds left. Regulation time to Kutsukas. In the box area, cut off by Hagen and a great play. He'll run it up the right wing boards. Broken up and a good run back by Charlie Carey. Penalty is over on Pittsburgh for the 6th foul and Child is out there.
And 30 seconds left in the regulation game.
Charlie Ficus Upfield for Charlie Carey. Carey knocked down by Vosmeyer, and Carey's shoe comes off.
It's fouled from behind.
Yeah, they're going to call
it. Direct kick for Kansas.
Mikowski sending it. Carey wasn't ready for that one. It glanced off his foot and came way back to Clark near midfield. Right back upfield, Vosmeyer chesting it down. Katsoukas will get it away right side. 11 seconds to go in the game, regulation time. Katsoukas spinning around Vosmeyer. High shot blocked by O'Hara. That shot looked labeled for goal. Around the boards, Papadeo stopping it, and Vosmeyer will clear it out. The horn will sound now, and we're going to stay put right here. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, we owe you a 1:30.
With the players on the bench on the near side boards, maybe making a run forward.
Kevin Marr upfield. On the pass too far. Hagen's going to get in. He gets it away, and he scores the goal. Kansas City fell asleep.
Could you believe that?
No, I'll take it. I mean, that sounds like a horrible call for me in the goal, but I don't believe it myself. Well, let's try to tell everybody what happened since we missed it. The ball was knocked into the corner, and I don't even remember the Kansas City player. It was his ball. It was easy for him. He let Hagen run right by him. David right in front. We'll see it again on the replay, and I'll let you call it.
Took the initiative, went up to the near board. David came out and fanned on the shot. Bobby stayed with the ball all the way, and then just drove it home as the other defenders simply got caught flat-footed.
Hagen from Child, 9 seconds in the sudden death overtime. That's got to be the worst call I've ever made in a goal in overtime.